Street Pros, in this video, I'm going to be showing you how we bolt on 10 plus large jobs per month, even if you don't have a massive marketing budget. My name is Liam with Arbor AI. Let's get right into it. Let me ask you a question. How many of you ever feel like this? Like you're just hoping and praying to maybe a black box that something good comes out of the other side. You get some jobs, you get some removals, and things go well for you. And because of this lack of consistency, this is leaving you frustrated because it's just an up and down roller coaster without any rhyme or reason as to why. Or maybe you've achieved a level of success and you've thrown money into the equation. Now you're throwing money into a black box, hoping and praying that jobs, appointments, leads come out of the other side, yet you still haven't gotten it quite dialed in. So you're still on this up and down, inconsistent roller coaster, pulling your hair out, stressed because you just can't figure it out. If that's you, you're in the right spot. If there was a way to dominate your market, get miles ahead of competitors, and start getting results almost immediately, how would you feel about that solution on a scale of 1 to 10? I want to be super clear here. Our long term and ultimate goal is to help build local unicorns. These are companies that are doing anywhere from $5 to $10 million plus. That's our ultimate goal. Now, another question for you. How are people, and more importantly, how are homeowners spending most of their time when they're not sleeping? I want you to think about this because this is very important to how we're going to dominate and get miles ahead of your competition. I'll give you a little hint. How did you likely find out about us, Arbor AI? For 95 to 99% of you, it was some way through Facebook. Maybe it was a Facebook group. Maybe it was Facebook ad. Maybe it was through Facebook conversation. 99 to 95% of you found out about Arbor AI through Facebook. And it's no surprise because Facebook is the number one most used social media platform. And according to studies, it's costing people an average of 33 minutes a day. Now, why is this so important? We're going to tap into that here in just a second. I want to play some videos from a very big mentor of mine who, if you've ever watched the Super Bowl, he's actually been a part of some of the largest Super Bowl commercials and campaigns. And overall, he runs about a 2, 3, maybe $400 million business, somewhere in the 200 to $400 million range. He knows a thing or two. I want to play a couple of videos to share and shed some light on this for you.
We can't fight the reality of where our customers' attention is. I understand that you've done direct mail and you're comfortable with it and you don't know how to run Facebook ads. It doesn't change the fact that Facebook ads perfectly destroy direct mail perfectly every day of the week. I understand you're comfortable with it, but it doesn't mean it's the truth.
Here's another one, a personal story about his own family wine business in New Jersey.
We had 150 customers come through from 9 to 9:15 in the morning on a weekend that was supposed to do 11 customers in the first hour. Brandon Warnicki runs my family wine store in Springfield, New Jersey. He texted, "This is the craziest thing I've seen in 25 years." We spent $5,000 on a paid social media post on a 5, 10, and 15-mile radius from the 9 to 10 a.m. hour on a Saturday after Easter, which is our slowest Saturday. We had 150 customers come through from 9 to 9:15 in the morning on a weekend that was supposed to do 11 customers in the first hour. That ad, run on Facebook and Instagram only, is running right now, going to perform 14 to 20x better than our direct mail campaigns. It crushes Google search. This is a game of, are you great at your craft? Social media outperforms everything if you're good at it.
This is the vision. This is the opportunity. People are spending majority of their time on social media platforms while all of your competitors are waiting for people to go search and find them on Google. You're going where the conversation is already happening on social media. You're getting miles ahead of the competition. In fact, we often see a significant and proportional rise in Google branded searches when running these campaigns for an extended period of time. And I want you to know that this is the same exact system that I personally helped implement at an 8-figure, $13 million direct to consumer luxury mattress brand. You can even see right here on the screen, this is me being showcased by somebody on YouTube. Not only was I running these ads, I was also taking the sales calls for the ads that I was running for this company. I've been around the block for a little bit. I know a thing or two about running social media ads and growing a business using them. Here is the new way. Yes, there's going to be some sort of investment, but instead of throwing it into a black box, you're going to be throwing it into a proven and meticulously crafted system known as Arbor AI. You're going to let our system go to work for you, and it will inevitably start spitting out estimates and jobs on the other end. Now, I want to be super clear about this. This is not a make $1 million overnight or get rich quick scheme. This will require hard work and patience. That is a absolute requirement. We're talking about building a $5 to $10 million company. That's not going to happen overnight. Now, here's some of the results of very early users and partners of Arbor AI and our system. You can see here, this partner did nearly 20,000 in their first month. They actually still had a couple estimates. Another one, 4 quotes from their Facebook campaigns in a single day. Here's another one confirming a quote that they gave for $3,100. Here's a homeowner begging one of our partners to please send them the quote for the estimate that they gave them. Here's me. I personally run these ads locally. I work with local contractors. I generate leads, go to quotes locally with contractors and help them land jobs there as well. Here's another partner of ours, one of our very early users and partners out in Pennsylvania, who is literally getting a 10x return within a single month on his advertising with us. Those are some of the results. And maybe you've ran ads before and you've ran into some problems. You're like, man, I tried that before and it wasn't that rainbows and sunshines. Yes, it works if you know what you're doing. Here are 2 of the big problems and reasons that people don't succeed with social media advertising. Number 1 is they feel that the lead quality is not good. They often say things like these leads stink or they can't afford service. And the second problem is speed to lead is so important. 5 minutes or bust. You can't manage to get to these leads as these people come in inquiring about your services, raising their hand. Let's address both of these problems right now. So, how do we fix the lead quality? Most new job marketing fails because the focus is either on the company themselves or they're focusing on a very broad audience. What we do at Arbor AI is we focus on specific situation ads and qualified offers. Hence the reason we talk about large jobs. I want to tell you a little story. A buddy of mine who was showcased by Facebook for having one of the best performing Facebook ads, so much so that it was literally showcased by Facebook themselves. When they looked at the data, what they found, they were looking at, okay, which campaign, which of these ads performed the best? Well, they broke it down to 3 things. I know you guys aren't chiropractic. I know you guys aren't wine stores. The bottom line is it doesn't matter what type of business you are. There's massive success to be had on these platforms if you know how to do it right. So going back to this example, they broke the ads down into 3 categories: spinal decompression, general chiropractic, and acupuncture. Now, before I give you the answer, which one of these 3 campaigns do you think did the best? I'll give you 5 seconds. The correct answer is spinal decompression. One of the big misconceptions about marketing is that you should be marketing to everybody and as many people as possible. Marketing, especially when it comes to having effective ad campaigns, is actually the opposite. It's about speaking to a very specific person in the market that is in alignment with the exact services that you offer. General chiropractic is too broad. Acupuncture is also a very general service that chiropractors get. Spinal decompression is something that you only know about if you have massive spinal pain. And maybe some of you watching this might be having that. So I'd recommend that you check out some spinal decompression services for yourself. Anyways, with that being said, what they found was is that by focusing on that very specific narrow problem, that's what generated the most results for their advertising campaign. My buddy gave me that insight and we implemented this into our system. We have an entire library of proven ads that are specifically geared toward generating those large jobs, whether it's large trimmings or removals. And these are just a few. This is what's called UGC. These are people speaking from the point of the consumer. So I'll actually play one of them for you now.
You guys see that tree over there? My neighbors had one of those great big branches come crashing down on top of their house and ruin their roof, man. It was so dangerous. And I have never been so glad that I had the home protection program where they come and they take care of all your trees and trim them up ahead of time so that they stay safe, keep your home safe. You guys check it out, the home protection program. Totally worth it.
So this is just one example. We have an entire library of proven ads that we are constantly going through in order to make your ads perform as best as possible. That leads us to the second problem, speed to lead. What we do is we solve response times with automated systems that lead the conversation with proper questioning. And what do I mean by that exactly? According to an MIT study, when you are able to respond to an inquiry within 1 minute of inquiry. That raises the chance of them converting into an actual customer by nearly 400%, nearly 4 times. That means you could get 4 times the results just by responding to the leads within 1 minute. Again, that's based on MIT research. How do we solve that? How do you have time to always get back to these inquiries? Well, a couple of ways, but I'm going to show you one. And before I do, I want to share with you a few things. Hopefully, this is not something new to you. I think we all know that we should be faster, better, and more engaged. Faster with our responses, better with our conversations, and more engaged with the customers and inquiries that come to us. Now, I want to play a few more videos from men that I have respect for. This one's Alex Hormozi. He actually sold a company for 50 million, and he currently has a portfolio of businesses doing over $200 million in revenue. And this is my personal friend, Mason Dorner, who was responsible for doubling the Disney World here in Orlando, Florida, within a 24-month period. So these guys know a thing or two about growing businesses and using social media paid advertising. Let's see what Alex Hormozi had to say about making the most of your leads.
There's 4 kind of pillars of lead nurture. There's speed, which has 2 components. One is the speed between when they opt in, when they get their first message, and also speed of response in general. You need to be super fast on terms of opt-in to first message. Also, just if someone like, let's say Susie Q doesn't respond to 3 messages and then day 2 responds, you might have a 5-minute window where she's sitting at karate practice before she got there early, where you might be able to have the opportunity to have that interaction. And if you're not there, you miss it. Then you have personalization, which is, do I talk to Susie different than I talk to Dan, right? You would probably as a person. The third is volume of reach outs. How many reach outs do we have? Typically people call the lead once and then say, the leads are bad, right? The leads don't work. The fourth one that we discovered, availability. And it's actually the single biggest predictor on throughput out of any of the 4 variables. That means that if you're a business and you're trying to grow your business and you're only available to take new clients between 9 and 12 on Fridays, you're probably not gonna grow because it's not convenient.
Simple and straightforward. 4 pillars. We'll dive into this as we work together. And I want to play this second one because this is a story that we hear way too often.
We had another roofer years and years ago, and we were crushing it on the lead gen. We knew the leads were quality. The guy didn't close anything, and he called us just raging, angry, and threatening to sue us. And we're like, tell me, what's your speed to lead? Didn't know. What's your close rate? Didn't know. What CRM are you using? He goes, oh, I just write it down on a piece of paper and stick it in my pocket because I'm out on jobs and stuff. And we're like, wait, so you don't have a salesperson? He's like, well, it's me. And so we're just like, oh man, no wonder none of this stuff's closing. His cell phone's ringing while he's on a roof. He's not answering the call.
And so these are some of the common misconceptions and problems that businesses run into when trying to have success with social media advertising. That's where our automated and AI system comes into play. Bottom line is, no matter where you're at, you need somebody responding to these inquiries instantly. Us as humans, we're not always in a position to. So how do we do that? I want to pull back the curtain on our actual automated system here. As you can see, this is a Facebook lead that came in at 2:50 on June 25th. We can see the timestamp of when that lead came in. If we check the system right here, it says an automatic text went out saying, hello, this is at blank service. Saw you recently inquired about a free service estimate on Facebook. Is this Catherine, the lead's name, in their specific zip code? That was sent out this same exact minute that their inquiry came in, along with an email. And would you look at this? Within 1 minute of that inquiry, the homeowner responded, yes, I just got to get home and take a look at my calendar before I book a time. This is one of the most important parts about having success with Facebook ads and social media ads in general, because you have to think when people go onto Facebook or any social media, they're not going there looking for tree services. So if you're able to catch their attention and get them to remember about that old oak that they have that does need to be removed or does need to be trimmed, you want to capitalize on the time that they're spending. So you want to be engaged with them as quickly as possible so that you can turn that into a booked appointment. Like we saw in the MIT record, the longer you let time pass, the more likely they are to, quite frankly, forget about their inquiry. And that's why maybe some of you who have tried social media ads in the past feel like the leads weren't good. And that's probably because you were taking too long to get to them. It's not always the case, but it more than likely is. So with that being said, a few more things I want to touch on here. Maybe a few of you have worked with agencies in the past, a third party. And a lot of the times for them, you're really just another name on the list, another monthly check that they get from you. The agencies don't always have the best reputation when it comes to working with business owners such as yourself, which is why we are a growth partner. Because we're not just here to collect a check from you, we're here to actually drive growth. How do we do that? Like I said earlier, one of our biggest things is a proven ad library. Secondly, you are tapping into unique strategies. Personally working at 8-figure companies, launching their social media divisions, selling the leads that were coming in through those campaigns. I have unique insight. I have perspective on a company and the way a business should run that, quite frankly, not a lot of people that you work with may have. We also have people that have spent 5+ years in tree sales specifically. They have some unique insights there as well. Thirdly, we're all about aligned incentives and partnering with people that have a growth mindset. We're here to make you a local unicorn. I know it may feel a little like this. The bottom line is we want to take you from somebody who's frustrated, who's tired of hoping and praying and lacks consistency, and turn you into a local unicorn. So if you've liked what you've heard so far, what you need to do now is click the button down below, book your call with us, and we'll be more than happy to discuss what it looks like to work together, answer any questions that you may have, and get started with you. With that being said, we'll talk to you soon.